Welcome, fellow explorers. Today, I invite you to embark on a visual journey across our planet, delving deep into the heart of Earth's most astonishing geological wonders. Each landscape we encounter is a chapter in the grand story of our world, a testament to the relentless artistry of time, water, and fire. These elements, in their ceaseless dance, have shaped the face of the Earth in ways that defy imagination, leaving behind natural masterpieces that both bewilder and inspire. Imagine the soaring sandstone pillars of Zhangjiajie in China, thrusting skyward like the fingers of ancient giants, or the whimsical elephant rocks, rounded granite behemoths, huddled together as if caught mid-migration. Such places remind us that our world is alive, ever-changing, and filled with secrets waiting to be uncovered. Through the slow grind of erosion, the explosive power of volcanoes, and the gentle persistence of wind and rain, nature has crafted landscapes that feel utterly otherworldly. In this episode, we journey from the emerald forests of Asia to the arid heart of Australia, from fiery craters to shimmering salt flats. Each site is a work of natural art, sculpted with a patience that spans millennia. So, let us set forth together, guided by curiosity, as we explore these marvels, testaments to the imagination and grandeur of our living planet. Hidden within the lush wilderness of Hunan Province, China, rise the awe-inspiring zhangjiajie pillars. These towering sandstone columns, some stretching over 200 meters into the sky, are nature's spires, sculpted over millions of years by the patient hands of wind and water. Their vertical grandeur seems almost impossible, and it is no wonder that they served as the inspiration for the floating Hallelujah Mountains in James Cameron's film Avatar. Each pillar is a monument to the power of erosion. Rainwater, carrying tiny grains of sand, has worn away at the softer rock, leaving behind these resilient towers. Over time, the forest has crept upwards, cloaking the pillars in a veil of emerald, and mist often swirls between them, lending the landscape an ethereal, dreamlike quality. It is easy, standing here, to feel transported to another world. Yet, for all their surreal beauty, the zhangjiajie pillars are a reminder of the relentless patience of nature. Every crevice, every ledge, tells a story of ancient seas, tectonic upheaval, and the slow, inexorable march of time. The elements continue their work even now, subtly reshaping these giants, ensuring that this living canvas is never finished. To witness these pillars is to stand in the midst of nature's cathedral, a place where the earth itself seems to reach for the heavens, inviting us to gaze upward in awe and wonder. Journeying far from the misty forests of China, we arrive at Elephant Rocks, a congregation of massive granite boulders, weathered and rounded, scattered across the landscape like a herd frozen in time. Located in Western Australia and Missouri, USA, these extraordinary formations evoke the unmistakable shapes of elephants, their broad backs and bowed heads huddled together in silent assembly. The origins of these rocks reach back over 1 billion years, when molten granite slowly cooled beneath the Earth's surface. Over eons, uplift and exposure brought them to light, and the relentless forces of wind, rain, and temperature sculpted their distinctive forms. The result: smooth, rounded monoliths, their surfaces etched with the delicate patterns of weathering, standing as natural monuments to endurance. To walk among the elephant rocks is to enter a realm where scale and perspective shift. One feels both dwarfed and embraced by these stone giants, their silent presence evoking legends of ancient beasts roaming the plains. They have become a place of reflection, where visitors pause to ponder the immense spans of time required to shape such wonders. Whether bathed in the soft glow of dawn or silhouetted against a crimson sunset, the Elephant Rocks remind us that nature is the world's greatest sculptor, her work guided by patience, persistence, and imagination. Along the rugged coast of Northern Ireland lies a spectacle both magical and mathematical: the Giant's Causeway. Here, some 40,000 interlocking basalt columns march towards the sea, their hexagonal shapes forming a mosaic that seems the handiwork of giants. Indeed, legend tells of the giant Finn McCool, who built the causeway as a bridge to Scotland. Yet the true story is even more astonishing. Around 60 million years ago, volcanic eruptions spilled torrents of molten basalt onto the landscape. As the lava cooled, it contracted and cracked, forming these remarkable columns. Some are mere stumps, others soar over 12 meters high, but all fit together with uncanny precision, nature's own tessellation. Waves crash and wind howls, but the causeway endures, a testament to the fiery origins of our planet and the order that arises from chaos. Moss and sea thrift now cling to the stones, softening their edges with green and pink, while tide pools reflect the changing sky. Walking across these ancient stones, one cannot help but feel part of a much grander narrative, one that speaks of fire, water, and time, woven together in the very bones of the earth. Beneath the blistering sun of the American Southwest, hidden in the desert sands of Arizona, lies Antelope Canyon. A slot canyon so surreal, it feels as if you are wandering through a living sculpture. Its high, narrow walls are carved into wave-like forms, their surfaces painted in shades of gold, crimson, and violet. This ethereal passageway is the work of flash floods and patient wind. Over countless centuries, rushing water has sculpted the Navajo sandstone into smooth, flowing curves, while sunlight, filtered through narrow openings above, paints the walls with shifting bands of color. It is a place where the ordinary laws of light and shadow seem suspended, and every step reveals a new, breathtaking vista. Visitors are often rendered speechless by the canyon's beauty, its shapes echoing the movement of water and the dance of the desert wind. Here, silence is profound, broken only by the distant rush of a possible storm or the quiet click of a camera shutter. Antelope Canyon is a sanctuary of form and color, an ever-changing gallery where nature displays her most abstract and delicate artistry, sculpted in stone and illuminated by light. High on the Altiplano of Bolivia stretches the Salar de Uyuni, the world's largest salt flat, an expanse so vast and dazzling it seems to defy the boundaries of Earth. Here, the horizon blurs, and the sky is reflected in a seamless mirror, creating the illusion of walking among the clouds. This otherworldly landscape was born from the desiccation of ancient lakes, leaving behind a crust of salt that stretches for more than 10,000 square kilometers. In the rainy season, a thin film of water transforms the flats into a perfect, sky-reflecting surface, where flamingos feed and distant mountains float in ethereal symmetry. Beneath the crust lies a treasure trove of minerals, including lithium, crucial for modern technology. But it is the landscape itself, a blank canvas, endlessly shifting with the light that draws travelers from across the globe. The silence here is profound, broken only by the crunch of salt underfoot and the distant call of birds. To stand upon the Salar de Uyuni is to glimpse infinity, to see the sky and earth become one, and to marvel at the beauty wrought by evaporation, sun, and salt. In the heart of the Western Australian outback, a remarkable granite formation rises suddenly from the earth, Wave Rock. Its undulating face, stretching nearly 15 meters high and over 100 meters long, resembles a giant wave poised forever at the moment of breaking. This striking shape is the work of weathering and water. Over millions of years, rainwater has washed down the rock's face, dissolving minerals and sculpting the granite into graceful curves and ridges. The result is a natural monument whose lines and colors evoke the movement of the sea, frozen in stone. Wave Rock holds deep significance for the local Noongar people, who have woven its presence into their stories and traditions. Visitors are drawn not only by its visual splendor, but also by the sense of ancient mystery that lingers in the air. Standing before Wave Rock, one is reminded that even the hardest stone can be shaped by the gentlest forces. and that nature's masterpieces are often found in the most unexpected places. Cascading down a hillside in southwestern Turkey, the terraces of Pamukkale, meaning cotton castle in Turkish, gleam white against the landscape, their pools filled with turquoise water. This extraordinary scene is the result of mineral-rich hot springs, which have deposited layers of gleaming travertine over thousands of years. The terraces, with their intricate scalloped edges, seem almost sculpted by hand. Warm water bubbles up from beneath the earth, releasing calcium carbonate that hardens into stone as it cools, building up step by delicate step. The result is a sequence of natural infinity pools, each reflecting the sky above. For millennia, people have journeyed to Pamukkale for its healing waters and mesmerizing beauty. The ancient city of Hierapolis, perched above the terraces, speaks to the enduring allure of this place, a crossroads of geology and history. Pamukkale is a testament to the gentle artistry of water, creating a landscape that is both fragile and enduring, a vision of purity shaped by the unseen forces beneath our feet. Rising abruptly from the rainforests where Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana meet, Mount Roraima is a colossal, flat-topped mountain known as a tepui, shrouded in clouds and legend. Its sheer cliffs, reaching over 400 meters, isolate the summit from the surrounding world, creating an ecosystem found nowhere else on Earth. This ancient plateau is thought to be over 2 billion years old, its sandstone worn smooth by relentless rain and wind. The summit, often wreathed in mist, is dotted with unique plants and animals, many of which exist nowhere else, living relics of a primeval world. It was this extraordinary isolation that inspired Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's novel, The Lost World. For the indigenous Pemon people, Roraima is sacred, a place where spirits dwell and the earth touches the sky. The journey to its summit is arduous, but those who reach the top are rewarded with vistas of surreal beauty, endless rock fields, crystal-clear pools, and strange, otherworldly flora. Mount Roraima stands as a monument to the power of time, erosion, and seclusion, a fragment of an ancient world preserved above the clouds. In the high desert of Utah, a forest of stone rises from the earth. Bryce Canyon, home to thousands of hoodoos, the tall, thin spires of rock that defy gravity and logic. These delicate towers, some towering over 60 meters, are the result of relentless frost, rain, and the tireless work of erosion. The canyon is a riot of color orange, red, and cream bands layered in whimsical patterns. Over millennia, water has seeped into cracks in the limestone, freezing and expanding to break the rock apart. The softer stone erodes more quickly, leaving behind the harder spires that now stand like silent sentinels guarding the rim. At sunrise and sunset, the hoodoos glow with an inner fire, casting long shadows and painting the landscape with shifting hues. It is a place of solitude and wonder, where the passage of time is written in stone. To wander among the hoodoos is to walk through a gallery of natural sculptures, each one unique, each one a story in the grand chronicle of the earth. In the heart of the Karakum Desert, a fiery spectacle burns day and night, the Darvaza gas crater, known as the Door to Hell. This blazing pit, nearly 70 meters wide, was set alight in 1971 when a Soviet drilling rig accidentally punctured a natural gas pocket. To prevent the spread of toxic fumes, geologists ignited the gas, expecting it to burn out in just a few days. Instead, it has raged for decades. The sight is both mesmerizing and humbling. Flames leap and dance across the crater's surface, casting an eerie glow over the barren landscape. The intense heat warps the air, creating shimmering mirages that flicker in the desert night. The Door to Hell stands as a stark reminder of the power hidden beneath the Earth's crust and the unforeseen consequences of human intervention. Yet, it also draws travelers from across the world, eager to witness its infernal beauty. Here, among the dunes and stars, the Earth reveals her fiery heart, untamed, unpredictable, and honestly awe-inspiring. On the remote shores of General Carrera Lake in Patagonia, Chile, lies a hidden marvel, the Marble Caves. Over countless millennia, the turquoise waters have sculpted the solid marble into a labyrinth of swirling columns, arches, and caverns, their walls veined with blue, white, and silver. The caves are accessible only by boat, and as you glide across the crystal-clear water, light refracts and dances upon the marble, creating a kaleidoscope of color and form. The patterns are never the same twice, shifting with the angle of the sun and the clarity of the lake. Inside, the silence is profound, broken only by the gentle lapping of water against stone. Here, nature's artistry is on full display, a symphony of color and geometry created by the patient weaving of water and mineral. The marble caves are a testament to the transformative power of water, revealing that even the hardest rock can, given enough time, be shaped into something extraordinary. Rising from the flat expanse of the Australian outback, Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock, is a colossal monolith of rust-red sandstone, sacred to the Anangu people for tens of thousands of years. Measuring over 340 meters high and 3.6 kilometers long, Uluru is more than a landmark. It is the spiritual heart of a continent. Formed over 550 million years ago, Uluru's surface is scored with caves, fissures, and ancient rock art, each telling a story of creation, survival, and reverence. The rock's color shifts with the light, glowing scarlet at sunrise and sunset, and deepening to purple under the stars. For the Anangu, every feature of Uluru is imbued with meaning, part of a living landscape woven with myth and tradition. Visitors are asked to respect the sacredness of the site, to tread lightly, and to listen to the stories held in the stone. Uluru stands as a symbol of endurance, identity, and connection, a place where the Earth's deep time and human history are forever intertwined. In the heart of Bohol, Philippines, a surreal landscape unfolds. Over 1,200 perfectly rounded hills, dotted across the countryside like a box of confections spilled by a playful giant. Known as the Chocolate Hills, these symmetrical mounds rise up to 50 meters high, their slopes covered in lush grass that turns a deep brown in the dry season, mimicking rows of chocolate truffles. The origins of the Chocolate Hills remain shrouded in mystery and legend. Some say they are the tears of a giant, others the remnants of an ancient battlefield. Geologists, however, believe these hills were formed by the uplift of coral deposits and the slow erosion of limestone, shaped over countless years by rain and wind. From above, the hills form an undulating landscape unlike any other on Earth, a marvel of symmetry and natural order. They are a source of pride and wonder for the people of Bohol, who celebrate their beauty and the folklore that surrounds them. To gaze upon the Chocolate Hills is to witness a landscape both whimsical and profound, a reminder that nature's surprises are as delightful as they are mysterious. As our journey draws to a close, I invite you to reflect on the wonders we have witnessed together. Which of these mind-blowing geological marvels would you most like to visit? Perhaps the silent, soaring pillars of Zhangjiajie,